accept.
Time, Samira put their baby in a high chair in the kitchen, and then Samira began preparing dinner. And a few minutes later, as Umar was still putting things away, he heard Samira calling from the kitchen to, hey, come out here for a second. And so Umar stopped what he was doing, he went into the kitchen, and he looked at Samira, and she was looking very concerned down at their daughter. And their daughter was in her high chair, and her dinner was right in front of her, but she wasn't eating. And their daughter seemed really fussy. And normally, their daughter was such a get-along kid who never fussed, who always ate her food, and so this seemed really out of character. And so both parents kind of stared at the daughter for a second, and then Umar was like, you know what, all the windows are still open, and it's getting pretty hot in here, maybe the baby's just fussy about the heat. And so Samira agreed that could totally be it, and so the parents went around the apartment, closing down all the windows, allowing the air conditioning to kick back on, and cool the apartment down. But about an hour later, after the apartment had cooled back down, the baby was still very fussy. And at this point, Umar and Samira were trying to put the baby to bed, and they were really struggling with that. And also, in addition to the baby obviously not feeling very well, Umar and Samira both began to complain that they had headaches. And so at this point, the parents assumed that, you know what, all of this, the baby's behavior and now our headaches must be tied to just the travel we just went through, and we just need a day to recover here. And so they kind of rushed their baby through her bedtime routine and eventually got her down. And then Umar and Samira took some ibuprofen to relieve the headaches, and then they too climbed in bed and drifted off to sleep, hoping that when they woke up, everybody would feel better again. But the next morning, nobody was better. In fact, everybody was doing worse. Umar's headache had now gotten much stronger, and Samira, she still had a headache, but also was very lethargic, and the baby was still very fussy. And over the next few days, their symptoms continued to get worse and worse. Umar's headache went from really bad to pretty much blinding, like he couldn't do anything else but think about his headache. And Samira basically had to lay down all day. It was like no matter how much she slept, she had zero energy, and their poor baby just continued to cry and fuss all the time, and even began to vomit. And so it seemed pretty obvious by this point, after a few days, that the three of them must have caught some sort of bug while they were traveling, that this was not just jet lag, that they actually had some sort of illness. But the parents were convinced that, they could just kind of rough it out, and eventually, after a couple of days, they would get better. But on the morning of June 14th, so this is now a week after coming back home from their trip, not only were all their symptoms still really bad, but on this particular morning, things took a dark turn. That morning, when Umar went to his daughter's bedroom, he's still dealing with this horrible headache, he makes his way into the bedroom, and he goes down to pick his daughter up from her crib, and as he's reaching down to grab her, he freezes. Because on the bed, on the pillow, right behind the baby, is all the baby's hair. The baby had clearly lost huge chunks of her hair. And so Umar, at this point, forgot about his headache and yelled for Samira, and even though she's super lethargic, she could tell this is an emergency, so she got up and made her way into the bedroom, and she looked down too and saw all the hair, and she reached down and scooped the baby up, and she turned the baby over, and sure enough, there was a huge bald spot on the back of their baby's head. But Umar and Samira, they said to each other right away that, wait a minute, I know this is scary, but it is actually a thing that newborn babies sometimes do lose their hair. But when they went online and looked at the age range of when that's kind of a common thing to happen, it was pretty obvious that their baby, being 10 months old, was a little bit too old for losing her hair to be considered a normal thing. And so Umar and Samira sat there and continued Googling, what could this be? My 10-month-old baby is losing her hair. And there were lots of explanations, ranging from ringworm to some severe infection to some rare genetic disorder. And all of it was really terrifying. And also none of it really lined up with what they were seeing with their daughter. And so the parents were like, you know what? Clearly we don't know what this is. We've all been sick for a week. We have to bring our baby to the doctor. And so as Samira got on the phone and called the baby's doctor, Umar hopped in the shower to get ready to go to the doctor, and as soon as he began shampooing his hair, he noticed clumps of his hair were falling out. And so all of a sudden it dawned on him that whatever's going on with his baby is going on with him, and very likely going on with his wife too. And it was at this point too that Umar remembered that strange smell when they first walked into their apartment.
Granted. Coming for you. I accept. I hear and obey. I hear.
tinga ng po. Sila tinga mga hayop.
My soul's light ends. I return. Does it please you? As you wish.
Have been denied.
Lang.
I accept your guidance.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yes. Ah.
Ito na ko. Ah, fuck.
Smart money.
Uunahin ko sa fights tong Taskar na to.
I have seen the other side. It can wait. The spirit moves me. As you wish. I go. I accept your guidance.
Morty, killing
Pinuha
spree.
niya yung pitok malis.
Of course. Make your peace. Ah. As the shade. Granted.
Your middle tower is under attack. Why is this so bloody
Shades,
difficult?
guide me.
Pinuha niya yung pitok malis.
So say the spirits. Your time comes. Coming for you. I accept. I summon my war.
Oh, the cheese is dominating.
Does it please you? Yes. You are heard. Fortunes change.
Umatay yung ano.
You are heard.
Eh, ano na
Your
pa to?
top tower is under attack.
I hear and obey.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yes. As the shades direct. The bones are thrown.
Your top tower is under attack.
As you wish.
Your top
I
tower is
feel
under
it.
attack.
That's it. Yes. I accept.
Your middle tower is under attack. Hey, forget about it.
Shades, guide me. So say the
Ano
spirits.
purpose nyo dun? Ba't siya nandun? Ha?
I go. Divine form for you. Granted. Make your peace.
Syempre, may chrono siya.
As it pleases. The spirit moves me. I go. I accept your guidance. Yes. Yes.
Kinansel ng void yung
As
TP.
it please you.
Okay then. May time.
Be bound.
What are you doing?
Granted.
What is she doing?
The spirit moves me.
Mega kill. She just mega killed.
Wabot?
I hear and obey.
Nabak nila yung plagues.
Build.
Pinaf pa nila yung plagues.
Of course. I accept.
7, 6, 5,
As the shades
4,
direct.
3, 2, 1. So,
The shades empower me. You are heard.
ulo ka.
Shades guide me. So say the spirit.
Flames clear the way.
Pura ulo ka.
As the shades direct. Wax well, my pet. I hear and obey.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Your top tower is under attack. Guys, you need to
Paulo ka.
defend here.
Shades guide me. I go. Haste. Of course. Granted.
Your top tower is under attack.
What the fuck?
So say the spirit. Yes. As it pleases. You are heard.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I accept.
Your top tower is under attack. We're detecting high levels of sarcasity, Captain.
I hear.
Your top tower is under attack.
Ano sila? Sino papakita?
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
I accept your guidance. Transmuted.
Excuse me, sir. It's your top tower. It says it's being destroyed.
What a dum-dum.
Nakakainis talaga yung ano niya. Ice shards. First stuff nga muna ako para makatakas ako dito.
Pardon the interruption, sir, but it's a phone call from your middle tower. It says it's being
Does
destroyed.
truly matter.
So we were talking about live services the other day and how the market is oversaturated and new ideas seem to be lacking. A lot of the live services that we're seeing pushed out just feel kind of uninspired.
That's unfortunate.
Watch out! It's a killing spree!
Just had to kill him before. Pause.
I'm seriously getting tired of this place.
He just had to kill him.
Chasing trends. Just
It's because that's what they are. That's all they're doing, is they're just trying to do the same thing that everybody else did to make money. It's not because it's a better way to serve a video game experience, it's just a better way to make money. That's the only reason.
feels like they're trying to cash in rather than
it's really
kind of use the genre to create something genuinely innovative and something that pushes the genre to a new level and to new heights. It all just feels iterative instead of innovative. And so that's led to a situation where there's just too many live services out there right now. And the majority of the ones that attempt to kind of get a piece of the pie and tap into this oversaturated market end up shutting down unceremoniously. I talked about how that happened to Exoprimal. I talked about how Multiverses is well on its way towards a mass decline that's going to see potentially...
I think the problem of why live service in these games, the way that this comes into play is because a lot of the times people see a popular trend, but they're not able to. So there's a very popular, I guess it's a saying of how do you describe, as a three blind men describing an elephant, and they're describing, oh, it's really big, or it's the trunk, or the legs, right? And each person has a totally different view of what the elephant is. I think that that's the problem with live service games, is that it's blind people trying to identify why a live service game is popular, and then just trying to re-emulate that and assume it's the same thing. So it was a trunk, yeah, but they're blind, right? And so they don't really understand the reason. So for example, Multiverses, why would anybody want, does the community, do people really want another Smash Brothers? I feel like they don't. This isn't really who asked, who wanted this. But if you see the success of Smash Brothers and you see the success of live service games, if you look at this from an abstract perspective of oh, okay, well, all of these things are the things that are, what do you call it? These are the things that make money and we should do them, then yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And I think that's what the issue is. It's that a lot of these people aren't motivated by trying to create a good product. They're motivated by trying to capitalize on a trend.
It's shut down, especially for a free-to-play game. These numbers are just not enough. Then we got Skull and Bones, which didn't break 1 million players after February 22nd, 2024. I don't know what those numbers look like now, but I don't imagine this game that's performing particularly well. In Austin, Redfall and the studio itself was shut down by Xbox. Got Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, which is well on its way out, and things are bad enough where they're trying to give this game free in the hopes that people come back, but look at player numbers.
It's dead. It's a dead game. That's it. It's done. I would, they delayed this game because it was so bad. I mean, come on. It's fucking dead. What do you expect?
Low triple digits, nowhere near enough to sustain this live service. You've got Foam Stars, which crashed pretty quickly and lost 95% of its player base in a short amount of time.
Because the game is just a scuffed version of Splatoon. You're not going to be able to make a shitty version of an existing game. I guess you could say Stumble Guys, right? That's an example of it working well. But and that's the problem, is that somebody will look for the needle in the haystack and say, let's just get another needle. You're not going to do that. That's not the way it works. You're not just gonna, randomly, okay, well, let's recreate this 1 in 1,000 probability of occurring thing.
Way out
it's
for
insane.
sure. Rocket Arena shut down earlier this year. You've got this shooter from Tencent called Synced, which I'd never even heard about before, but it shut down exactly a year after its launch, so on and so forth. You get the idea. And now it seems as though live services are saying, I've got one more in me, the form of Concord, which is the PlayStation published live service. For those who don't know, PlayStation's trying to delve deep into making a bunch of live services. Too many. At one point, they had 12 that they were planning to release by 2026. That number has been reduced to 6, but that's still too many. Among them is Concord, which is basically this hero shooter that is essentially Overwatch with hints of
It's essentially Overwatch.
Your time comes. I
Yep.
accept your guidance.
Destiny and Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of its aesthetic.
Of course.
And the game doesn't look awful by any means. It plays fine and, you know, it does the thing, but it doesn't do anything to stand out either. And that's kind of what the general consensus has been. There's one article here from Washington Post that best describes this as this being a game that's a few years too late. Maybe it would have enticed folks.
It would have never been good. It's never would have been good.
Putang pa ako nun.
Look at the characters. These characters are ugly and weird. Like, who the fuck would want to be this guy? This guy looks like me. This is awful. Who the fuck would want to do that? Like, it's just these are bland, boring. Like, what the fuck? Who thought this was a good idea? It's insane.
Released before some of the other heroes became standard. But now Concord is just coming in late to the party, and it's a game that nobody is really particularly interested in. And that's leading to a result that is less than ideal when you look at player numbers right now. So for those who don't know, Concord closed beta not too long ago, and you can see right here the numbers there are pretty paltry. But you could potentially argue, well, you have to pre-order the game to access the closed beta, and so numbers would be low. But even then,
bullshit. If it was a good game, the people that pre-ordered it and liked it would have said to everybody else, hey, you should try this game out. It's really good. Total bullshit.
Despite this being closed beta, the numbers were so abysmal that you have to wonder how many people actually pre-order this game. But the real test lies in what is now the open beta. The numbers that we're seeing right here represented are those of the open beta. Keep in mind that Concord is going to be $40 when it launches. And so if the free trial, if you will,
people won't play it for free, how many people do you think are going to play it if they have to spend money?
Of this game can't draw in an audience. Can you imagine this game doing any sort of major moves and making pushing a lot of units and being a financial success when it launches? So the numbers in the open beta look as follows. It peaked at a mere 2,388 players. And we are seeing the beta still run, and in that time, the 24-hour peak sits in the average of roughly like 1,500, 1,600 players. This is a minuscule number of players for a game that is this major AAA live service.
If the game releases and it has any degree of success like this, everybody in the studio is going to be fired and it's going to be shut down. That's just what's going to happen. You can't recover from something like this. This is literally like tens of millions of dollars lost. You can't, like, it's Jover. It is.
Sony is pushing significantly. That is free to access right now. You know, I've seen other...
Like, if I was working there, I would start immediately looking for a new job right now. Because, like, there's no way that they're going to be able to recover the game. Because they can't change the way the characters look. Because in changing the way the characters look, that's capitulating to people that are considered racist or sexist. So they can't do that. They can't change their image. And even if they do, people will think that they're fake for it. The gameplay is bad. You can't. It's dead. Like I don't think that there is any path to success.
Betas or early access periods where the game is free, and hell, I've seen even some early access periods where they charge money for it, where the numbers have been significantly higher than this, indicating that
is the game DEI heavy. Well, I think the DEI stuff is like. I think that's like the super viral part of it. That people see this and they immediately like have a negative opinion of it. It's like when you see a robot that has pronouns and like the pronouns of every character are on the character select screen. Yeah, absolutely this plays a factor. 100% it does. And I think that people are vastly understating how big of a factor it is because of how fed up people are with that stuff. They are massively fucking fed up with it. It's so fucking annoying. And you can see this all over Twitter, all over social media. It's everywhere. People are totally fed up with this. Like body type 1 and 2, get the fuck out of here. Like it's so ridiculous. But the truth is that these companies are still doing it. And if they change, they can't change because of the industry. Because the industry pushes everybody to do this. So if they change, that will end up making them the enemy. They're not going to do it. Elden Ring has type 1 and type 2, type A and B. I know it's stupid there too. It's like bad reviews push people away for it. The game needs like a masterpiece to compensate. Yeah, exactly. Why is it stupid? Who cares? A lot of people do. Enough people for the game not to be successful. I think that if this game was full of really hot anime girls that looked like Widowmaker and Mercy and Diva, I bet there would be more people playing it. I do. I think it's that simple. I think there would be a lot more people playing it.
There's some semblance of excitement, that there is some semblance of hype for the title. But in the case of Concord, I don't know if it's just a case of people not knowing that this game exists, or them knowing that it exists but being so uninterested by it that they decided to skip it. But these numbers are indicative of a game that I think will kind of be dead on arrival.
It's already
and keep
dead.
in mind that Concord is going to have to compete
It's
with the
still
likes
born.
of Overwatch 2, which despite all the criticism surrounding it, it still gets tons of players that we still get.
And this is on Steam, right? I would assume that Battle.net is probably 10x this, if not more. Of course people are going to be playing Overwatch because Overwatch is a good game.
24-hour peaks in the 50-some thousand players.
And Overwatch plays better than Concord does. Like, just watching Overwatch, it plays 1,000 times better than Concord. It was a good game. What I mean is that, like, you can think that the balancing for the game is bad, but the nuts and bolts of the game, of, like, how your character interacts with things, the balance is dog shit. Maybe the game modes are dog shit. But the actual gameplay, the way that, like, Reaper, like, fucking die, and it kills everybody around him, that plays really well. You get the chain with Roadhog, that plays really well. That's what matters.
This is just Steam, by the way. We probably are seeing much greater numbers if we
Concord
combine
doesn't have
Steam
that.
numbers with the Battle.net numbers. Destiny 2 is still seeing, 80,000 players every day, 70, 80,000 roughly.
Somehow Destiny is still growing.
Somebody even highlighted the rather sad fact that Valve's unannounced game Deadlock has more players than Concord. I've never even heard about Deadlock until I
Maybe
looked
they
into
should
this
swap
news.
names.
And yeah, looking at the numbers here, it has a higher all-time peak number than frickin' Concord, which is a game that is a couple weeks away. It comes out later in August. And the numbers here for open beta, this is a really bad sign, ladies and gentlemen. Like, no,
It's over. It's over. Like, the people that work at this company, like, again, get the life rafts out right now. Start looking for another job. Put in your applications. Take this off of your resume as soon as you can and pretend like it never happened.
Service.
Nobody wants to play ugly characters. Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's not even a question. Like, I'm amazed. Like, it's just, I'm actually really glad this happened because it proves, again, I'm being validated. I'm being vindicated. Like, okay, great. Now I'm right. There it is.
Sustain itself with these kinds of numbers, and if the free access period is getting such low numbers, I don't know if the final release will see numbers that will be able to sustain Concord and not have it.
I know if it will. It won't.
Suffer the same fate as the likes of Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, or Marvel's Avengers, you name it. And keep in mind that even if Concord gets 10 times the players at launch, it's still going to be in a dangerous all-time peak range where it might peter out and die off. Like, even if we...
Well, let's put it into perspective. I'm going to bring out a game and nobody's going to want to see this.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. If it was me,
my God.
I need a new pair of hands.
It's actually not even on the search trend. All the way down. New World is higher. Twice as many players. And that's, guys, keep in mind, that's twice as many players for a 24-hour peak. Concord, that's their all-time peak of 2,000. And again, having 2,000 concurrent players for a small game is really respectable in a lot of cases. But Concord is a massive marketed game that PlayStation put as a flagship product for their trade show. That is insane.
Multiply this all-time peak by 10, it's not as high as Marvel's Avengers all-time peak of 31,165 players. And Marvel's Avengers is a game that eventually petered out and died off. So if
160
Concord can't
people
even break past Marvel's Avengers numbers, even if if it gets 10 times the players at launch, which again costs $40 compared to this free-to-access open beta, then I don't know that Concord can survive in the long term. I'm even wondering if it can reach the all-time peaks of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which peaked at a rather abysmal 13,000.
I think it will probably peak at like maybe 20,000 people playing it at the beginning. That's what I would kind of assume. But for in a general sense, yeah, no, this game's done. It's cooked. It sucks because even PlayStation's monthly pass is releasing garbage as well. Yeah, I know.
459 players, and its kind of average player base was not particularly high throughout its lifespan, which is just not great numbers for a high-budget AAA game.
Yeah, they're done.
I don't know that Concord is quite as high-budget as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
It's probably not.
But it is a game that the folks at Sony and PlayStation and the studio that's working on it will have to maintain consistently. It is going to be an investment that doesn't feel like it's going to pay itself back. And the issue lies in the fact that Concord is just kind of generic. It's not that it's all bad. Again, like it's not an awful game. And there are some good attributes. I think visually, in terms of fidelity, that there's, they got a little.
It's in a world of Unreal Engine 5, the visuals in this game are not impressive in any capacity. Just not. Like, it's like, it has decent graphics, sure, but like, who cares?
Stuff going on in terms of the graphics and some of the art style elements going on here, and the individual heroes, a lot of them do have some unique play styles and powers, and the gameplay is solid, and it's not a game that feels bad to play or anything. You can have some fun with it. It's just there are games of this genre out there that are more established, that are better, that have a better player base, that are more fleshed out, that have been added for longer, and are more feature.
I think that's another big reason, is that, like, why would somebody stop playing Overwatch to play this instead? I could see why somebody might want to try this game out in a vacuum, but why would you choose to, like, for example, if somebody's selling the identical type of hot dog, and one of them is $1 and the other one is $2, everybody is going to be buying the $1 hot dogs, assuming all other things are equal. So if you are an inferior, if the only purpose you serve is to be an inferior alternative to your competition, that's a pretty bad value proposition. It is. That's really bad. Concord equals Overwatch 0.2. Yeah.
Wait, Concord, especially for its $40 asking price, just doesn't feel like it's
As the shades direct. Hey, go.
Ganda na pagkakalotos nyo.
The Chinese car market suffers heavy losses.
Radiant structures are fortified.
My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we've made great progress as a nation. Today, America has its strongest economy in the world. We've made some historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans. Okay, and we passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America's never been better positioned to lead where we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our allies around the world. It's been the greatest honor of my life to serve you as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and refocus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later about this week. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all of you that have worked to see me so hard to be reelected. I also want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work, and let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people and faith for all the trust that you've placed in me. Oh my God, it's fake? No, it's not. Like, it's from his official account. This is the account. This is the post right here. So who's in charge now? Well, he's still in charge. He's just not running for re-election. Yeah, I mean, no, he's going to finish out the term and do that, and then he just doesn't run for re-election. That's it. He's still president until January? Yeah, he's president for a while, guys. I actually respect Biden, and I'm happy he made this decision. I think I am too. Honestly, this is the best thing that he could have done. Especially after getting COVID and everything else. Yeah, this is a good decision for him to make. It was forced. Well, regardless of whether it was forced or not, it's the right outcome to happen. Yeah, this is the best outcome possible. You think Michelle Obama? I mean, I feel like Michelle Obama would probably have like one of the highest chances of running or winning. I don't think she'd win necessarily, but she's got a pretty high chance of it. I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to be honest. Alex Jones saying Hillary will replace Biden. They're going to replace Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work at all. I think, like, realistically, it's just over, right? I mean, that's it. It's just over. I mean, there's no... Like, it doesn't really matter who they run or who they put up there. I mean, Trump's going to win 100% now. I mean, I can't imagine somebody, like, coming in and being able to do that. Yeah, it's Jover. It is. Yeah, I mean, how come no news network is reporting this? I don't know. It probably just happened a couple of minutes ago. I think, like, I mean, when does the election happen? It's in November, right? So, like, you've got, like, 3 months to build up a candidate to, like, make people vote for that candidate instead of, like, Trump. Like, I don't see that happening. November 5th? Yeah, that's, like, 3 months then. Because it's already the 21st in this month. So... yeah, it's not going to work. A lot of his campaign funds can only go to Kamala, not a new candidate. Oh, right. Legally? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Man. I wonder who they're going to bring in now. Gavin Newsom? I feel like, especially with, like, that recent, like, trans kids bill, I think that's just a... that's not going to fly with an average person. That's not going anywhere. Let's be honest. It's been Jover since the debate. Let's be real. Yeah. What bill now? There was some, like, bill where, like, the schools were not obligated to tell parents if their kids were, like identifying as a different gender at school. And I think a lot of people, like, pretty much universally online were, like, against this. And I think that if you communicate that to the public, most average people will see that and be like, what the fuck? That's fuck. Yeah. I mean, I can go through it and talk about it more, but yeah, that's basically what happened. Who cares about online? No, I think that really, I think that if you communicate that to, like, an average, like, voter population, that this will be, like, incredibly unpopular. Like, insanely fucking unpopular. Like, regardless of whether you think, like, and I think that a lot of people are like, oh, but I agree with it. I think it's the right decision because, like, abusive parents or something like that. Sure, right? But, like, I'm saying that you can still acknowledge that a lot of other people will not see it that way. I think you're wrong on that. So let me get, so you said, I think it's a good idea. You're not listening to what I said. Did I say it was a good idea? I could see where they're coming from with doing it, right? Because they're worried that the kid could come out and then get abused by the parents. I see why the bill was written, right? I can see the logic. But I'm saying that if you present this to an audience, nobody is going to fucking agree with this. Sorry. It's not going to happen. Whether you think that they should or not, it's not going to happen. It's not even close. So, yes. I don't know who they could bring in. AP News just confirmed it? Yeah, of course. What exactly is an average voter population in your mind? People that are over the age of 40. People that are over the age of 40 and generally more conservative. Because I think that there's a lot of people who are more conservative, but they just don't like some of the policies the Republicans have. And they just want things to basically kind of stay the same. So like any of this like weird like sex, gender stuff, like they're not really going to understand it because it's not intuitive to like an average person, right? It's like an average person.
Dripping venom, I arrive.
Prepare for battle.
My future was set in a time before memory. Victory here is fated for me.
My venom flows. Yes.
Just enough time to make a cup of tea.
With vim and venom. As you say. Agitation.
Time to man up.
To the fight. Oh man, first blood just
Kawawang Marcy. Kawawang Marcy.
Impaled. Quick as venom. Yes.
OP nun.
Going. I'm under attack.
Takot ako sa'yo. Gagawa ba? Kuha nga ako ng ano.
It's in my nature.
Ouch.
Vile advance.
Hindi ka pa eh.
Yes.
Gago. Matay ka. Nangyari sa'yo?
A touch of venom.
Wala pa kasing counter helix dun.
A touch of
Your
venom.
middle tower is under attack. Oh man, this is totally harshing my mellow.
Yes.
Denied.
Toxic attack. Well. Watch this spot. Yes. Impaled. With vim and venom. Run you down. Quick as venom.
Ano bang pating yan? Saan ka dumadaan?
Yeah, I'm under attack.
Hunger Games.
Morty, killing spree.
No necromancer shall raise what the venomancer puts down.
Wala ako dyan, tanga.
Vile advance.
Para lang movement speed ko. Putang, nakakapikon. Tanga ng pating yan. Napakabagal.
Going.
Ay, napakagago ng pating nito.
Bounty.
As you say. Agitation. As you say. Quick as venom. Not enough money. With vim and venom.
Nanubutan.
A plague on our foes.
Axe warms his blade in your guts. Welcome to the
Ouch.
agitation.
Padre. Angat ang movement speed. Angat ang movement speed.
A touch of venom. Yes.
Wala akong sentries dito.
Impaled.
Ay, gago.
Going.
Tanga rin ako eh, no?
Ooh,
Radiant structures are fortified.
yes.
A gift from the goddess.
My venom flows.
I will slake my fingers.
Vile advance. I'm under attack. Quick as venom. Vile advance.
Ay.
My venom sacks run
Ang
empty.
movement speed yun, napaka ano.
Dire structures are fortified.
Pangat ang movement speed talaga ng Ben. Kakairita.
My venom flows.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
As you say. Yes. Agitation. Plague our enemies. Yes. With vim and venom. Not yet. Impaled. You can't run from the venomous one. Ruination. Going. A touch of venom. Yes. Caustic blow. A plague on our foes. It's not time yet. Vile advance.
Use your bones.
Ang bilis mag ano ng ano.
Quick as venom.
Your
bilis
bottom tower
nung-
is under attack.
Impaled.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Going. With vim and vim, the victim of venom.
Di mo siya makagamit ng items eh. Pag ano.
A touch of venom.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Toxin. My enemies comes. Plague our enemies. As you say. Envenomed.
Hell yeah! The top tower got
Envenomed.
boned.
My venom flows. Yes. Taste my venom. Ooh, ah. Agitation. With vim and venom. Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Impaled.
TP ako. Yun lang. I can sell TPs. What the hell? Didn't know that.
Quick as venom. Agitation. I'm not ready.
Bounty.
Sayang, wala akong tumulong. Wala palang
My
tao dito.
venom flows.
Sayang ulti ko ah. Kinis.
A touch of venom. Yes. I'm under attack. Attack.
Dire structures are fortified.
Vile.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
Whoa, initiating killing
spree mode.
Double kill.
Bakal lang movement speed niya.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Makapahil ka ba?
Back from death's door. Yes.
Sop mo yan. Ay, hindi. Sop mo. Sayang.
As you say. Ooh, Going.
Sop mo.
Yes. As you say. I'm not ready. Quick as venom. Under attack.
You fought badly. Done worse.
Wasak.
With my loyal wall.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I am envenomed. Yes.
Respect ba? Ay, ulit ko yun ito.
Advance.
Kitawan. Ito.
Yes.
Wasak.
Excuse me, sir, but it's your top tower.
Bye-bye.
It says it's being destroyed.
It's not time yet.
Bye-bye.
Impaled. I'm not ready.
No, no.
A touch of venom. Watch this spot.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, he's dominating my pustules. Agitation. Burst. With vim and venom. Yes. Untraceable venom. A touch of venom. Going. Yes. My venom flows. Vile advance.
Diba oh? Unggoy oh. Yun ang hagar.
Your bottom
kapag
tower
nahuli ka
is
namin.
under attack.
Yung unggoy na yun. Ayop na yun. Takang bakla ka.
Agitation. As you say.
Lagay nga ng words. Ayun o, in show.
Quick as venom.
Kara, ang pangat naman kalaban ng
Impaled.
hindi siya support.
Yes.
Yung unggoy oh.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yes. Dahil. Mawawala.
Impaled. Plague our enemies.
Pardon the interruption, sir, but it's a phone call from your middle tower. It says it's being destroyed.
Sakit.
And watch this.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Can we pause, please? I'm terrified beyond capacity.
It's a killing spree over here! Oh, Rick! He's dominating now! He's dominating!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Phylactery? Phylactery?
A touch of venom.
Huh? Phylactery.
Agitation.
Your bottom tower is under
Gold
attack.
for me.
Phylactery? Tangina.
My venom flows.
PA phylactery? But why?
Going.
Ang ina mo unggoy ka, hayop ka. Boring mo kalaban, hindi ka tumutulong sa kampi mo.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Ruination.
Ansyo,
As you say.
di ba makikita yan? Ang unggoy na yan.
Advance.
Pakadaya naman yan.
Well warded.
Hindi word pa ako. Tangina mo.
Quick as venom.
Lotus ba ako? Should I go for Lotus? Sword na lang muna.
Flows.
Tangina mo unggoy ka. Utak mo ah.
As you say.
Your top tower is under attack.
Going.
Ano magagawin niya magdamag?
Vile advance.
Takbo-takbo. Talon-talon.
A touch of venom.
Di pinansin yung ano dito, bounty rune. Eh, XP rune.
Yes.
Those sods.
Wala na pala yung Noxious. Yung ano yun. Anong pangalan mo? Latent toxicity ba yun? Mas pinasimple na nga pala yung ano.
It's not time yet. Not yet.
Uy, man.
Agitation.
Yung unggoy oh. Try nyo unggoy. Swap. Swap, 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 swap. Swap. Tagal. Level 2 yun. Swap mo. Di mo pa abot yun. Naniniwalang di mo abot
With
yun.
vim and venom.
Ulul.
Omega kill.
Words. Kita mo yan?
Run you down. My loyal ward.
Wala yan, gago.
Sir, but it's
Wala
your top
dyan.
tower. It says it's being destroyed.
Kakadeward ko lang dyan, timang. Oh.
The enemy's
Hugo.
middle tower has fallen. Your top tower is under attack.
The plague on our foes.
Ate on our foes.
I think it's Shift and A to deny things.
Watch
Pretty
this
sure.
spot.
Top tower denied anyway.
Vile advance. Go for me. As you say.
May unggoy sa baba.
Yes.
Phylactery.
Your bottom tower is
Phylactery.
under
PA.
attack.
Ah?
Plague our enemies.
Bakit? Para kanino?
Bottom
Kay
tower.
Necro?
Hell yeah! Their top tower got boned. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yes.
Bobo rin yung kalaban, mga sir.
Agitation.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yuri na to.
Ding dong.
With vim and venom. A touch of venom. Well warded. Yes. A touch of venom.
Unggoy oh.
Haste.
Yung unggoy oh.
Not yet.
Ang inang unggoy yan. Daya. Ang mobile.
Impaled. With vim and venom. Quick as venom. As you say.
Roshan has fallen to the radio.
Agitation.
Bobo rin yung kalaban. Sinayang mo rin.
Wait, no, hold on! He's unstoppable!
Meanwhile, siyosolo niya yung troll. Bobo ka ba?
Vile advance.
Ka ba?
Dire structures are
Solo niya po pa
fortified.
naman eh.
My venom flows. Yes. Plague our enemies.
Oo nga, no? Ba't hindi yung hinarpon ni ano yun? Yung unggoy. Hindi yung hinarpon. Paulo.
Quick as venom. Yes. Agitation. Impale.
Sayang yung charges ko ng ano, Spirit Vessel. Ano bang range ng harpoon? Ang laki-laki yun ah.
A touch of venom.
Sak mo. Sak mo.
I'm under attack.
This is some wicked sick stuff, Rick, because he just wicked six did. That's right.
Increased urgency. Vile advance. As you say.
He monster killed.
Astounding. Really.
The enemy's top tower has fallen. Nice.
Wow.
The enemy's top barracks has fallen.
sweet toxin.
Pang tulong yung unggoy. Talon-talon lang.
Watch this
Pampagulo.
spot.
Parang broodmother.
Oh, flippin' Nora, we got their top racks.
My venom.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Yes. Mmm. Yes.
Nullifier. Ayun, unggoy oh.
As you say.
Katabi ni Axe.
My lord.
Whoa, they're godlike.
Nothing more than a stain.
Yes.
A fool.
Yeah, he is farming. Whole game. Chinese Dota, man.
Quick as venom.
Man,
Bounty.
My venom
mas
flows.
dito. PKB na to.
Violet Van.
Pinagpa-farm niya eh. Nagkago rin yung ano yun, no? Tide.
Attack. Venom's vengeance. Churn. The world loses an
Hindi ko nakas.
exquisite toxin.
Ayaw di ko maklik yung ano? Noxious Plague.
Acts like
Your
this
middle
very
tower is
much.
under attack. Pardon the interruption, sir, but it's a phone call from your middle tower. It says it's being destroyed.
Double damage.
I'll make up for lost time. Yes. Mmm. A touch of venom.
Ito. Axe. Counter Helix.
You both look impossibly lonely.
Oh shit.
Agitation. Yes.
Katabi ko yung unggoy.
Going. Attack.
Oof, kawawa. Gagong unggoy. Ganda ng words ko doon. Ay na pa yun eh.
Those sods! We got their bum tower. Rock on, Tommy!
Yeah.
Ginamit yung rabbit siya.
structures are fortified. Radiant
Yeah, I'm sure.
structures are fortified.
A touch of venom.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. The bottom barracks have fallen. Their bottom racks has been fired into the sun with a giant catapult. The enemy's middle barracks has fallen. We have mega creeps! We win!
Oh man, this guy's dominating!
Wawa.
Everyone, become feast for the flesh fly.
Let's go. Kukunin kong item. Albert. Yules. Solar Crest. Too late na. Creeps na lang tayo.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
Kayang-kaya na tapusin to eh. Rektahin nila.
Venom and vengeance. A toxic
Your
combination.
middle tower is under attack. We're detecting high levels of
Quick
sarcasm,
as
Kevin.
venom.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Your middle tower has fallen. There is no ointment, cream,
Everybody there.
nor poultice to heal these wounds.
Hindi na rin tumuloy. Interesting.
Yes.
Gale creates plague wards. Noxious plague wards damage 1%.
Agitation.
It's huge.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Why is this so bloody?
Kalo ko na pala.
Oh boy, killing spree.
Katabi ko na pala. Trident has no cooldown. OP naman nun. 90%. Ang mobile niya.
Murphy's just a chill dude, so someone explains
Good
to
day,
me why
fellas.
Radiant
I
had to go
hope
and
you are
kill
ready
him.
for your daily dose of skill, and the milking season is open. You know what that means? That means we have a new assembly store. Bicker Street. We're going to dig into this tank very soon, but first of all, the most important thing. In our server, we are going to have 80,000 units. 40,000 with style, as usual, number to the S, what number you took of the tank, right? So nothing too crazy. 40,000 without style, so nothing unusual, nothing too crazy.
With Vim and Venom.
GG na to. Kaya niya mag-burst.
My venom flows. Ever more venomous. Violent.
Killing spree.
Oh, Radiant
Excuse you.
Assembly shop. Huh. Never seen it before. I'm gonna download the game again because I wanna get that. Oi. I wonder what's gonna be. Yeah, it's garbage. Yeah.